I always found it important to show both the inside and the outside of a character. My idea is always that you see through. You can see the person, but you can also see this surreal mask, often an open mouth, or you see the tongue, or somebody is screaming, something like that. I often think I really want the clash. I want the beauty on one hand, also the childishness, but I also want the kind of darkness at the same time. And that's really something I have only achieved by doing masks and also wearing these masks.
My whole work is about the dark. It is about being two characters at the same time, being a persona.
My name is Judas Companion, and I'm part of the McQueen project. I'm an artist and I work in making masks. I wear these masks, I perform in them, I film myself wearing masks, I do photo shoots. So the masks are made for McQueen. So it's a dress I picked which is blue, ultramarine and black. So that was quite clear that those colors will be in the foreground. Pink came in because I thought about lips and mouths and tongues. The idea is to make a cage where the head sits in, and then the woolen structure comes on top, so that you see the woolen structure, you see sort of the appearance of a person, but then you slowly discover that this person is encaged. Here there's also a mouth structure involved. Here there isn't. That's kind of meant to be like a ball shape. I've made this little sketch ceramic when I was in Germany last time, which is like a really basic eye. And those will then be either attached to a woolen mask, or they will sit on top of the face and then a woolen structure comes on it. It's just going to be boring for 5 minutes. And I'm going to start doing the concrete now. It started all with McQueen. When I was 12, I saw a jumper, like a mohair jumper knitted by McQueen, which with this sort of plaited pattern. And I thought, that's what I want to do, that's what I want to make. My mom drove me to the wool shop in the next city in Germany. And the lady in the wool shop, she said, you can't make this, it's too complicated. And I thought, I can make this. And we got the wool, white wool, and then I started knitting this thing. And it actually still exists like 30 years later.
Just gonna start. A mask for me means that I'm invincible. I can be somebody else, I can be something else, I can be anything I want, and nobody can hurt me in a way. It's protecting me. It is about transformation, and it's about metamorphosis and being what I'm usually not. You can still see through, so you can see me, but you can also see what I'm trying to be. Cover myself, but it's not working out. There's a failure somewhere in the system. Every mask is, there's always a part of myself in the mask. The way I show them, it's always me underneath. So this piece is going to dry now. It's going to dry until the evening. Then I move it into the heating room where it's going to dry all the way through, and then it can go in the kiln tomorrow morning. This was fired yesterday, and the ceramic itself changes its color depending on how hot it's fired. So the way I do it, which is like really raw and rough and fast, that's what I like, you know, because I leave many things to chance. Ready? I do it now. I'm fascinated by this moment. When you look in it, it's basically still heating or still burning. They survive it. So that's an important thing. Oh, they made in there. The dress I chose is quite strict, and I chose it because on the image you couldn't see the model's feet or hands because it's an oversized look, and I really liked the idea of, is there actually a person behind or is there not? Same as with the mask, you can second guess. Of course there will be a person behind because the model will be moving,
but you don't really know. It's not very certain, and who's the person behind. You can't be really sure.
The character appears and vanishes, and reappears and vanishes. It's this ongoing process of becoming something else. I create the face, and then the face falls apart, and then I create the face again on a different layer, and then it falls apart. Layers of disturbance, or layers of I always create, and that's all I'm interested in, as many layers as possible of identity, really.
I always try to provoke the mistake, because that's really what my work is about. It's about the mistakes and learning from the mistakes and developing a new piece of work from the mistake. I have several ways of provoking the mistake, of initiating something going not to plan kind of thing, to be able to have a new point to focus on or a new idea.
I'm not after perfection at all. I'm after the imperfection. I'm after seeing what's gone wrong, the mistake in the idea or the mistake in the perfect human being.
Should I say it again?